Be right here to watch a basketball game in Eastern Kentucky.
Sperry and the starting four back in the game to start this one for the Bobcats. Dish inside from Hoskins, and the little tip pass to the basket for Christian Collins.
Put a slam
up at the rim.
You're talking about raftery earlier.
That's what I was getting ready to say. We're tie back will shut us off here in a minute.
Yeah, as long as
shot by Xander Terry was no good.
As long as we don't go into Kellogg, he needs to be off the air.
Yeah. Sperry drives inside, works against McKendrick Little, and gets the roll off the rim. Austin Sperry with another 2 points. Xander Terry now works across midcourt against Luke Bellamy. Now to Smith. Smith pass inside the shot. Mishandled, and big man Hoskins comes down with it. Going to run the lane and goes up for the roll.
Nimble! Wow. Nimble! Look up. And Nate says it all comes from me, baby.
Well, you see who I turned and looked at, Nate, when I seen that happen.
Wow.
Bryce goes to the basket all the way down court. Nice
athleticism.
Touch. 6:53 to go here in the third. Bobcats with a 66-21
Now, Rob, let's
lead.
be honest. When we talk about athleticism on this 5 out there for the Bobcats, Bryce is not number one, but he just put on a show right there. And that's the thing about it. I mean, and being serious here, all 5 of these kids can lead the break.
They
don't have to look for an outlet when they get the rebound. They can all 5 lead the break.
Well, we've talked about athleticism, and you started out tonight talking about their height. I mean, look at them standing out here together. We've got great height on this team, and you're right.
6'4",
all of them,
6'3", 6'2",
all of them can lead the break down the court. And great job by Bryce that time, taking it to the hole. Xander Terry over to Smith.
I mean, how often do you see that in a high school basketball team?
Not very often.
In this area.
Yeah.
In this area.
Cope over to Terry. Xander Terry working against Luke Bellamy, trying to get some offense going for the Owls. This is over to Smith.
You go back to my days in high school with Mike Chaney and the Fletcher twins when we were going 6'10", 2 6'8", and Steve Banks playing guard at 6'6", so.
Cope over to Smith, looks inside for shot. He'll put up a jumper, and it's good for Seth Schott.
Tell you what, Schott really has some talent.
He does.
And can be an excellent player.
And he's not afraid to shoot it either. He's really went after the basket a few times here tonight, and looked good that time. Bellamy over to Turner. Turner top of the key, dribbles, passes over to Sperry. Now in the corner to Bellamy. Back out to Turner, inside to Sperry.
Shuffle.
Sperry going to get called for the travel.
Looking ahead on the Bobcats schedule, of course, after the holidays, we come back, and the week of the 21st to the 25th is going to be a dandy there. We've got Wolfe County at Wolfe. Now, that's going to be a doubleheader on the 21st of January now. Here goes Sperry. Look out
with
for the dunk.
Takeaway. Goes up to the air. One-hand slam by Austin Sperry. Another one of the doctors have done.
And you talk about the progress of these young men.
Three-point shot by Cope.
Last year, Sperry couldn't come close to doing that.
No.
I mean, he could go up and get the rim, but now he's throwing it down.
Yeah. Nice pass by Collins to find the open Bellamy, who misses the three. Xander Terry going to push it for the Owls. Goes in against Collins with the high layup, no good off the backboard. And the rebound came down to Jalen Turner, and he just couldn't hang on to it. He just turns around and gives a little smile. Yeah. And you don't see that smile very often on the court. He's Mr. Serious when he's on the court or on the field. Just couldn't handle that one.
But did you see the rebound that he pulled down?
Yeah, great rebound.
Just pulled it straight off the rim.
4:30 to go here in the third. 68-23. Bobcats with the lead. Little over to Smith. Now inside the shot. Can't handle it. Turner comes down with it. 1-on-3 down the lane. No good. Xander Terry comes back for the Owls. Pushes it down court, sets up shop against Bellamy.
I think Jalen could have took one more dribble and started that Euro, and he could have finished that one.
Shot drives in against Collins. Collins partially blocked that time. Comes down with it. Pass intended for Turner, picked off by Smith, and he gets it up. to Keegan Harold, who's in the ballgame now for the Owls. Long pass down court intended for Hoskins, tipped away.
Getting a little bit
sloppy.
Yeah.
Xander Terry.
You picked a good word for it.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. It's not pretty. It's taken some time off the clock, but it sure isn't pretty. Terry over to Smith. Harold back to Smith. Now inside the shot, working against Collins. Puts up the fake. Gets the basket to fall and will go to the line. Nice athletic play by Schott, who stopped. Put a little fake on Collins. Got the ball to drop and the foul.
And getting back to that thought there while Schott's taking his free throws, that week be the 21st. It'll be a doubleheader now, girls and boys at Wolfe County, and that'll be the return for Wolfe County for tornado relief.
Yeah.
Last night, I got updated numbers from Superintendent Philip Watts earlier today. Over 7,000 last night raised by our local communities here in Breathitt and Wolfe County to go to Western Kentucky for tornado relief.
That's great.
Schott misses the free throw. And then later that week, and what I was really looking for is that Breathitt Perry Central game at Perry will be January the 25th. And then Johnson Central also comes calling here in a return game from last year in the Coliseum that week.
With the three, rims out.
Well, the one that went down from that spot last night did not deny it.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I was standing, I'd moved up to midcourt, and that one was pure that he knocked down last night. It looked good.
Nice.
Looked good from the get-go.
Yeah,
Looked
it was
good.
Nice.
Looked good just like Blake Ritchie's save that went in last night. One of the wildest things I've ever seen last night is Ritchie in a JV game threw one back in behind his back and went in. It looked good from the time he let it go from the opposite end of the court.
Hoskins working with 4 fouls now as he just got called for that one.
Oh, did they give it to Brass?
Yep. Andrew Terry dishes inside the shot, working against Caden Turner now. Dish over to Cope, puts up a 3, and it's good for the Owls. Nice shot by Wes Cope. Bellamy. Pass over to Isaac Bellamy. Thought about the 3. Now inside to Hoskins. Pass to Turner, who turns with a little hook shot. Nice 2-point basket for Caden Turner. Wide open, Andrew Terry puts up the shot, no good. Combs comes down with a rebound. Pushes it up the floor for the Bobcats. Over to Bellamy, open for 3, puts it up, no good. Rebound to Schott of the Owls. Xander Terry now. Front court for the Owls. Pass to Cope. Cope working against Isaac Bellamy. Spins under the basket. Nice shot by Cope. 2 points for the Owls. 1:10 to go here in the third. 70-30. Bobcats with the lead.
Wes Cope into double digits with 10 now on the game.
Good looking athlete. He's really been able to get under the basket and make some moves.
Bryce stepped on the line.
Yep. I think Bryce was a little frustrated with the last foul call. Down talking to the referee here a minute ago, just trying to really see what the call was about, I believe. I think he's a little frustrated to see that that one was on him. Hoskins to Combs, back to Bellamy, now to Isaac, who puts up another 3, no good. Off the backboard, Combs goes up. Jump shot's no good, but he's going to be fouled.
Who did they get that one on?
I think that was on Randon Neely. I think he said 14. Yeah.
Okay.
It's on Neely, his first. Andrew Combs is money from the free throw line. First shot is good. You got to love his game.
All around.
Yes. Second shot by Combs is good. I'm glad we didn't jinx him while he was on the free throw line.
You're the only one that does that, right?
Terry working against Bellamy. Drives, passes to Smith. Now to Andrew Terry. Xander going to drive. Kick out to Smith. No, that was to Cope. Pass intended for Cope, goes out of bounds. And Luke Bellamy going to try to drive it in and puts up a floater. With about a second left, and it's no good. That'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. Bobcats with a 72-30 lead. We'll take a quick break and be right back on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
PDQ Sales and Services, formerly known as Jackson Wholesale Company, is a locally owned and operated convenience store and grocery store supplier with a full line of products. They have ice cream, groceries, meat, dairy, candy, and more. They even have janitorial supplies including Tactical Strike disinfectant. Tactical Strike has been approved by the EPA to kill the virus that causes COVID-19. Give PDQ a call today at 606-666-2495.
Variety Pizza. Family owned and operated, serving the community with homemade and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more for over 45 years. Located at 1189 Main Street, Jackson, Kentucky. Available for dine-in and carry-out, with private party spaces available. Stop by and visit us or call 606-666-5454.
We're back with a little update. If any of you guys on Bluegrass Sports Nation were keeping up with the FBU team, we have a couple of 7th graders that had made their way to Naples, Florida, and they played today against Dallas, Texas, and they lost 20-14. We just had an update. A hard-fought ball game. It was 14-12 at one time with the Kentucky team in the lead, but.
Yep, 2 very young men, of course, Colin Combs and Braylon Thomas down there competing.
Both of those young men have got some big accolades. People have been talking about them on this FBU team. Had some people asking questions about both of them, and I'll tell you what, they've represented us well. It's great to see Breathitt County kids being able to go that far and play with a lot of different kids and get those contacts, and it's going to help them in the future. They got some
Combs.
Got some great athletes here. As there's one of them right there. Combs steps back behind the three-point line and sinks another one. Is that 4 for him tonight?
Yes, it is. Yeah, and talking about that too, of course, you know, my son Carson Miller was on the 8th grade team along with Sawyer Hall, and they built friendships that'll last a lifetime through that. You know, and all these kids they played against, great group of kids, and it was a fun time for us, even though we got a questionable call out there, a couple calls that cost us against Indiana, and we didn't get to go to Naples because we went 1-1 in Kansas City.
Yep.
But that's life.
Andrew Terry goes to the free throw line as Jackson Hamilton picks up his first foul. I like you. There's a little bit of a different attitude among the athletes in Breathitt County right now, and it goes back to what we were talking about earlier with Jackson Hamilton putting in the work. Mm-hmm. Not just on the basketball team. You know, we've got kids that are coming in early and working in the football, in the weight room and on the field and doing some things agility-wise to get better for next year. And
well, you look around right now. I mean, Breathitt from top to bottom, sports-wise, is, you know, competitive, if not at the top of the competition level in each sport right now.
Knocking on the door in a lot of different sports, and it's going to be interesting. You know, a lot of people have said, boy, it's going to be a good ride, and it really is. You know, we've got a lot of good athletes and a lot of things to brag about, a lot to talk about on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Of course, I cover all sports, but we're also, you know, football-centric. And Rob and I both, and we're excited for the Bobcats next year, and need to hopefully improve a few pieces. But right now, wow, what a ride we're going to have with this Bobcat basketball team the rest of the season.
6:40 here to go in the 4th. Bobcats with a 75-33 lead over the Owls. Can't say enough about our sponsors. We haven't spoke a whole lot about them tonight, and I'll make a rundown.
You better cover
of
that,
this.
Rob.
People's Bank of Jackson, formerly Citizens Deposit, Go Time and Steak and Shake. Southern Woods Heating and Air, the law office of Darrell Harold. Jackson Physical Therapy. Lakeside Homes, Breathitt Funeral Home. PDQ Sales and Service, Jackson Electric, Family Pharmacy and Hometown Pharmacy. Variety Pizza, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson. Jiffy Mart, Appalachian Wireless. Breathitt County Farm Bureau, the law office of David Johnson. And Hutch Automotive and Tire Works. Pleasure to be bringing you this broadcast tonight, and it's all made possible by our great sponsors and, of course, our viewers here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. Folks, make sure you stop by our sponsors and let them know you heard about them on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Then also over in Booville, Farmer State Bank, B&H Apothecary. We've got those still. I haven't, to be honest with you, we've covered a full month here, and I haven't really worked on basketball sponsorship all that amount other than what we've got there. So it's we appreciate all those folks.
Combs with a nice little jumper under the basket. Andrew once again showing his game inside and out. I may be wrong, but I think Andrew's missed one shot tonight. That's all. 5:27 to go. Bellamy drives the lane, puts up a shot, no good. Tipped. Hamilton comes down with it. Hamilton going to be open for three from the corner. Jackson Hamilton with a big three-point shot for the Bobcats.
His second of the night.
Xander Terry working against Combs. Dishes over to Shot. Going to work against Caden Turner. Spins, goes up. Oh, he can't get the roll, but he gets the foul. Caden Turner takes a big sigh and says, really? On me again?
Bobcats now with 10 threes on the night so far.
Yeah, great defense that time by Caden Turner. Picks up the foul. Sends Seth Shot to the line for the Owsley County Owls. Puts down the dribble for his first free throw. It's up. No good. Off the back of the iron. And we'll get a quick sub as Wes Cope comes back in for Anthony Burns of the Owls. I tell you what, Coach Terry's he's worked a lot of kids in this ball game.
Mm-hmm.
You got to say a lot about that. Great experience for all of them as he's getting a lot of kids in the game. Second free throw by Shot was good. Makes it 80-34, Breathitt over the Owls. Blake Ritchie now point, bringing it up for the Bobcats. Over to Bellamy. Top of the key to Turner. Now to Ritchie. Back to Hamilton. Ball knocked loose.
Wow.
By Foister.
Play by Blake Ritchie there.
Dish to Caden Turner under the basket. No good, but he's there for his own rebound and the tip. And it's good for Caden Turner. 82-34, 4:19 to go. Xander Terry over to an open Wes Cope. Shots no good. Isaac Bellamy there for the rebound. Hamilton going to drive. Dishes inside to Turner. Goes up, floater, no good. Once again, there for his own rebound and the tip. Caden Turner. Young man, I tell you what, he's really likes hanging out under the basket. Xander Terry going to drive in against Blake Ritchie. The shot and the foul. That one's going to be on Ritchie. Xander Terry will go to the free throw line. Ben Wooten in the game. Also Braden Johnson. And Brantley Campbell in the game for the Bobcats as Coach Noble brings some more kids in to get some playing time with 3:42 to go here in this one. Shot by Terry is good. Blake Ritchie across midcourt for the Bobcats, calling the offense. Campbell now back to Ritchie. Ritchie over to Hamilton, stops, puts up the three again, and it's money. Jackson Hamilton. Wow.
Runs a total to 11 threes for the Bobcats.
Andrew Terry working against Campbell, going to drive inside. Ball knocked loose. Campbell comes down with it for the Bobcats. Pushes it up and loses the handle. And Wes Cope comes down with it for the Owls. Works against Hamilton, goes up off the backboard, no good. Great rebound by Braden Johnson. Up the court to Ritchie, stops, puts up the three, no good off the back of the rim. Xander Terry now going to drive the lane, goes up for the layup and good for the Owls off the backboard. Fast-paced few seconds there between the two clubs as they pick things up a notch. Hamilton dishes inside. Now kicks it back out to Braden Johnson for three, no good. Campbell over to Hamilton. Back to Johnson, now to Campbell. Campbell working against Smith, kicks it back out and ball knocked away, but Hamilton comes back up with it. Drives, kicks it over to Ritchie. Thought about the three, stops, puts up the jump shot and dances all over the rim. Gets that one to fall for Blake Ritchie. Ben Wooten working hard inside on that one.
Who made that?
Nice three-point basket. I'm not for sure. I think it was Foister.
Okay.
I think that was a three by Foister.
Keeping score there.
Hamilton with another three from the top of the key. And Coach Terry says, I got to have a timeout.
Yeah, he's going to get a few more in here.
Yeah, give me a timeout. 92-42, 157.
It's like he's bringing Neely back in.
Yep, Neely's in.
Yeah.
As well as.
Tell you what, anytime I'm in here setting up, Jackson Hamilton's out here shooting the basketball.
Yeah, as well as Mason Reed. He's in for the Owls. He's top of the key right now. Now to Smith. Now to Xander Terry. Thought about the long three. Going to drive. Loses the handle on it. Brantley Campbell can't hold on to it. Going to be called for the walk. 1:30 to go here left in this game. Inbounds the ball is Neely to Xander Terry. Puts up the short jumper, no good. Good rebound by Reed, who goes back up, no good. Hamilton comes down with it for the Bobcats of Breathitt County. Hamilton front court. Dishes to Braden Johnson. Puts up a three. In and out. Ben Wooten with a nice rebound. Shot no good. Andrew Terry going to drive the lane against Hamilton. Goes up off the backboard, no good. Another rebound for Mason Reed, and his putback is good. Nice play by Mason Reed, making good of his opportunity when he got in the game. Braden Johnson says one more time, no good from three. Another rebound by Ben Wooten. Hamilton now to Braden Johnson, who's going to drive, puts up a floater, no good. Rebound Brantley Campbell, going to be a jump ball called under the basket. Good effort that time by Campbell. 20 seconds left here in this one. Campbell working from the corner. Now to Hamilton. Back to Ritchie, puts up the three, no good off the side of the iron. Xander Terry going to drive, working against Braden Johnson, goes up off the backboard and good. Layup for Xander Terry, 92-46. Campbell bounces it off his foot. Andrew Terry going to drive the lane for the layup at the buzzer. Basket is good. That'll bring us to the end of this one. Bobcats with a 92-48 win over the Owls. Folks, we'll be back in just a few minutes after this commercial break to recap this one from Jackson.
Daniel Boone once said, "Heaven must be a Kentucky kind of place." We think he must have been talking about Wolfe County. When some places button up for the winter, Wolfe County, Kentucky is putting out the welcome mat. Our miles of hiking trails greet you whether you're wearing running shoes or hiking boots. If you'd rather go vertical, our climbing options challenge visitors from all over the world, even ice climbing when the conditions are right. Without the lush canopy of summer, you can see for miles across our beautiful Appalachian hills to our natural arches, rivers, and lakes. Legend has it there's treasure buried in Wolfe County. We can't swear there's buried treasure, but we can promise when you visit Wolfe County, you'll discover our true treasures are the people who call this part of Kentucky home. Warmer, more welcoming folks you won't find anywhere else. You may arrive as our guest, but you'll leave as part of our family. There will always be a place for you at our table and tasty homemade food on your plate. Wolfe County has many gorgeous cabins, country inns, and Airbnbs waiting for you to rent. After a full day of adventure, you can sit by a relaxing fire or take a dip in a hot tub. Take a little bit of our unbridled spirit home with you. Our artisans have been featured at museums around the country, but they get their inspiration for their craft from right here at home. Come and see for yourself why Wolfe County, Kentucky is a little bit of home and a lot of adventure.
All right, folks, we're back from the Fairce Woods Coliseum where the Bobcats, Coach Noble comes away with a 92-48 win over the Owls as Brendan Miller is totaling up some stats. Just a quick recap, Bobcats came out on fire early. The starting five not showing any effects from the game last night, a hard-fought victory last night against the Wolfe County Wolves. Came out on fire tonight against the Owls and kept things rolling with a big victory. Brendan, any any final thoughts about the Bobcats here tonight?
The Bobcats go to 6-2, and this is kind of what we expected to see. I mean, they're athletic, they're long. I mean, this was kind of a size-wise and speed-wise and stuff, a little bit of a mismatch with all, due respect to Owsley Co. I think they're going to have a good season here in the 56th district. But, Breathitt is at an elite level.
Yeah,
they really are, and they're going to be at an elite level. So they came out and just did what they were going to do tonight, and took care of business there in the first quarter. So we'll recap the scoring here at 48 for, I believe, was it 47, 48?
48.
Yeah, I'm 1 point short here with one of these. So I'm shortchanging one of the Owls. They're led by Xander Terry with 16. Other West Cope was also in double figures with 10. 8 for Seth Schott, 5 for Andrew Terry, 3 for McKendrick Little, 3 for Anthony Landon Foister, and Mason Reed with 2. For the Bobcats, who moved to 6-2 and will be headed off, I think, to Florida now. I mean, they did have a game next week but that's been canceled at this point, so they'll be headed off to Florida for some games down there over Christmas break and before they come back and start the All-A tournament. So we'll end up with scoring led by Austin Sperry with 22, 18 for Andrew Combs, 12 for Jackson Hamilton, had 5 for Blake Ritchie and Isaac Bellamy and Luke Bellamy, 6 for Bryce Hoskins, and 4 apiece for Jalen Turner and Christian Collins, and I also skipped Caden Turner on there with 11. It was in double figures. So
the Bobcats on the boards again tonight. I was really impressed with them last night, the way they rebounded against the Wolves, and tonight they commanded the boards. I think the last stat we showed was 42-14 with rebounding favor in the Bobcats, and you continue to work on the boards defensively and offensively. It means a lot for this program, and the Bobcats got a lot to prove here in this region, and hopefully we'll get to follow them in some big ball games, and these guys just continue to roll. The chemistry looks better and better every game, and they continue to play athletically. Coach Noble got to be happy with the way they came out tonight. I thought they really got things going quick and early.
Got a lot of pieces and a lot of tools, and they just have to gel. And that's the reason you don't expect them to get world beaters early in the season. They took 2 losses up to 13th region teams in Knox and Harlan up there. In the WYMT, but those are quality basketball teams, and they're not playing smaller teams right now. They're going to play a good schedule this year, so looking forward to that 55th, and it's a long way away, but the 55th district tournament's going to be just so much fun. We'll have it live for you here on Bluegrass Sports Nation, also 14th, and then somebody will be going from here down to Rupp to try to put on a show.
Folks, appreciate all the sponsors helping us here tonight. Appreciate everybody tuning in and watching us here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. On the way out the door, thanks to Darren Tieback for Brendan Miller and myself. Tune in on the next one here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. Thanks again.